Hi and welcome to Mong's workshop. In this episode I'm gonna show you what I've been doing since May. Yeah, it's been a long time since the last video upload I did, which was the first part of the Dragonbone Greatsword. But in May I got the opportunity to work with Devotek, the makerspace at Kongsberg, and we made a full-size Stormtrooper. And I couldn't pass that up. Because, come on, it's a full-size Stormtrooper. Yeah, it's totally full-size. It's 185 centimeters tall. It's made from MDF plates, about half a centimeter thick, I think, stacked on top of each other, cut out by laser cutter, and put together. And I think it's about 1,200 different plates that was cut out by laser cutter and stuck on top of each other with a lot of wood glue. I think we used like 8 liters of wood glue and a hell of a lot of nails. I think about 13,000 nails, I think. And yes, just sweat and tears basically. The Stormtrooper is of course Finn from Force Awakens, and with the blood and everything, so he looks freaking awesome. I'm really stoked on this project because it was such a step up from the things I've been doing in the basement, basically, to go and actually do this project with Devotek. So thank you, Devotek, for yeah, letting me be a part of it. It was super cool, and the guys at Devotek are freaking awesome. So yeah, I hope you enjoy what we made.
The first thing I did was find a 3D model of the Stormtrooper. This is a model that I found on 123dapps.com, and just download it, put it into 123D Make, the program 123D Make. In 123D Make you can slice it and yeah, do all sorts of cool things and stack it as we did. And here you see all the sheets that we needed to make this full-size model of Stormtrooper. It's about 1,200 pieces, and yeah, basically just a giant puzzle. Then we took the file from 123D Make and exported it to the laser cutter program. We could have just printed or cut the sheets as they were, but there were a lot of wasted material. So Tom, one of the instructors on the Devotek makerspace, actually sat down and pieced the sheets together, so we wouldn't waste so much material, and this job took forever. So yeah, props to him. As you can see on the pieces, there are 4 holes in every piece. You can see them, those small black dots. These are guide holes for the building process, and they were really much help when we got to start building this, because without them we would basically be screwed. Here you can see me building one of the feet. As you can see, I'm already on panel 251. And that gives you a bit of scale to think how many plates were actually in this model. As you can see, I glue the pieces and then use the guide holes to find the perfect placement for it, and then use a nail gun to nail it together. There were holes in some of the pieces just to save material and place the smaller parts in, and as we assemble it, of course we had to put something in there. So there are a couple of Easter eggs in this. After we've put together about 600 pieces, it was time for first big milestone, putting the legs together. And we've just basically built up a couple of layers and screwed them together. And this was so satisfying when this was finished, because then it can finally stand on its own, and yeah, it's just awesome. This was actually one of the more difficult parts. We actually had to build the arms separately and then put it on to the body. and well, it wasn't really easy because, well, we had to build a ramp or to stabilize the arm so we could get it on. But we managed it, so yeah. When we finished piecing it together, we had to make a stand for it. So I made this out of a spare tire and a weightlifter's pole, basically, and then had to try to make it fit into his bum. So here I'm measuring it for the angle and such, and then just drilling it home, basically. For base, we decided to go with the Euro pallet. This is just because it's easy to move and it's sturdy. So I drilled the stand onto the Euro pallet, and that seemed to hold it. So yeah. And then it was on to the painting. We painted it outside by using white paint as a base first, and then covering them up and spraying it with black, as you can see here. This was a really hard job, but yeah, totally worth it. This is just a cover for the palette, so it would look a bit nicer. This is gonna be painted white, so it matches the Stormtrooper. Here you can see the complete Stormtrooper with the base, and well, there are a couple of details missing, but as you can see, we covered the base in sand, so it look like desert, because, well, that's where you see Finn, so might as well be the desert. Now the final detail, the blood on the helmet.
There we go! Full-size Stormtrooper. Yeah, this has been completely unreal to work on. It has been so much fun, learned so much new things that I didn't know when I started this project, and yeah, it's just awesome. I want to thank Devotek for making this happen. The Devotek makerspace, just an awesome place to be, especially Tom, the instructor that were with us from start to finish. He's put so much work into this and has been such a great guy all the way through, so yeah, thanks Tom, and the rest of the build team, of course. It's too many names to mention now, but I'm gonna put the picture up of the placard that we put underneath the Stormtrooper, where every name is written out, and some facts about the build and such. So yeah, just want to say thanks, and if you like this, you can actually, it's actually displayed at the library in Kongsberg. So you can go and see it, and if you like this video, like, share and subscribe.